Hey there, David Hawk here. Today I wanted to share how I edit photos for laser engraving, and I thought this would be the perfect photo. It's my little dog, so I own the picture, and you can see she blends really well with our rug, so I thought this would be a good picture because it's kind of a difficult one. And to go through this process. Now I am using xTool Studio, used to be called XCS, which was xTool Creative Space. Those are two different programs. And I recommend if you don't have xTool Studio, go get it. You can get that at xTool. I'll link that below also. So let's get into the picture and how I do this. I'm going to do this two different ways. One, I'm just going to do it as is, so you'd get everything in there. Next thing I'll take you through in the second part of the video, I'll take you through getting rid of that background. And that's a little tricky because she is so much the same color of the rug. But what I'd like to do first is kind of mask it. And so we come in here and grab whatever shape you want, you know, little dogs. So people are going to like their dog in a heart shape. That would be, well, that's a lot of background she's going to be in. But hey, let's try it. See what happens. So first of all, you pick that shape. Now you just pick both the shape and that, and you click the mask button or create mask. So now we've got that, but it's still going to be kind of difficult to engrave. So we're going to come over here into the, not AI Cutout. That's the second part of the video. Adjustments. So we do Auto Adjust. It'll do this. And now Invert, I find works well for engraving. If you want to try it without the invert, I've done that as well, and that can work, but like the glass ornaments and stuff, I find you have to invert it. So just the way that is. And then you can see we're set to Jarvis down here. I like this the best. Actually, I kind of found this by accident. I had watched some other videos and people were using Jarvis, and I just noticed that they were using Jarvis when they engraved, and I was on grayscale, which you can see does not change your image, but what it does change is all your settings. And those, I never got an image to engrave like that. But when we change over to Jarvis, and there's a bunch more, you can try these. I don't really know what all they do. I just know Jarvis, if you're gonna be on glass, your DPI needs to be a lot lower than this. Again, this one's set for basswood, but if you're set on glass, the more DPI, the more it's going to just almost be a blank image. So I would, if you're doing glass, try 175. That's what I used on the ornaments. But that's it. This is ready to engrave. And again, some of this is just trial and error also, but this is just my process that I use. Sometimes I find that the invert is not needed. So, try it if you like it. If you don't like it, try it the other way. So that's that. But now let me take you into what I do if I want to get the background out. So I'm gonna get rid of that. And well, you can really see with it black and white, she is really blending in. So again, edit AI Cutout, because what we want, I want to go to manual. So you can see if I just use this little magic wand to get rid of the thing, it gets rid of a lot of her. So that's a problem. So what I want to do is actually do the erase, and then I want to bump this picture up about as high of a zoom as I can get. Pull this down. Let me release that. Okay, we've got such a little, let me get a little bigger wand. So this little size here is the size of your eraser. So you can see, hopefully you can see that dot just got bigger. You can go up to 100, which gets pretty big. And well, there you can see. And you can just do the dot, or if you haven't had too much coffee, which I probably have, you can come down through here. I want to picture. Got to release that hand. All right, now what this is going to do is allow us to get rid of that rug in the background without erasing Taco, which is her name. All right, Taco too is, you don't have to be real. We're going to come back and kind of work on this a little more, but you don't have to be real close here. Again, I just like this to get it pretty close so I can start getting rid of that background, the rug and the top. Anyway, Taco kind of has she's kind of famous around here. I take her most everywhere I go, and she has her fan club at the bank and a couple of restaurants we go to. So now let's see what that looks like. Confirm, let it go. All right, so we're ready. I go back into the AI Cutout, and now I can get rid of this rug and all this stuff. You can see it's not doing spectacularly well. Taco's toy back there that she likes, one of her favorites. And this one, to get this rug out of here, we're really going to have to do some cleanup. But it gets a lot easier now because we've got such a, ooh, didn't want to do that. You always got the undo button too, so don't be afraid to hit something. So now let's go in, grab the erase. You can get the pretty big erase now. And you can just erase the rest of this. And obviously this works pretty much the same with any image. And this, even though all those little spots look like they were going to be a pain, goes pretty quick. So rather than you watching the whole thing and watching me just get all these dots out, I want to go into the, let me get that done. A little anal retentive there, I know, sorry. I want to go into the intricate parts because you can see, you know, around her ear and stuff, it's not, ooh, didn't want to do that. Grab the hand first. Somebody told me you can do a shift or something. I don't know, I don't remember. If that person who told me that is still watching, let me know what the keyboard command was so I can start using that. So now that we have this, I really like getting this as big as I can. And then we just come through and try and clean everything up. So you can see between the hair on her ears and everything, it really works well now that we've got everything kind of cleaned up. And I'll come back to this in a second. Release the hand. All right. And you can see how good that does. Again, xTool Studio, I know other people use other things. I just really don't know why, because this works so well. And you can see all these little dots. Your laser will pick that up. So you want to make sure you get all those dots out from the background, because, like I say, it's going to pick it up. And you might not see it here, but that laser knows it's there. So I think that's pretty good. Let's go back now on the other side. You can see we've got a little more cleanup to do. Get Taco real close. All right, so just go back to the erase. And now I want to take this thing down. Let's see, that's pretty good. To a small size. And now you can really get intricate with what you're erasing. And again, if you've had too much coffee, you can always just go in and kind of click the button as it's on the space you're looking for. And this thing gets so small. I mean, it's a dot. So you can see it really, you can really get detailed, very, very detailed with it. I mean, I can't even see it, it's so small. That's pretty wild. All right, so there we go. I think that's as far as I'm going to take this video. You get the idea. And now we've got a pretty clear background already. To print this, we could go in and clean up Actually, I'm 11 minutes or so into this video, but that is my process. I'm going to go ahead and clean up the rest of this image just because for my psyche I need to. If you want to watch the rest of it, that's great. If not, there's nothing new that I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of go in and clean the rest of this up. So again, back into edit, and we've got a lot that we can get rid of. Let's definitely need to pick that up, pick the size of that up. So now I think I may try, look at here. I got that tag on that blanket. We can get rid of that. I think I'm going to maybe go ahead and run this on something. I'd make it all right. It's late November right now, so that would make an okay Christmas ornament if I'm messing that up. So let's go back. Oh, I did the whole thing with one. So I want to get all this major stuff out, and then I release the button, and now I'll come back. Let me zoom in. Let me see what this looks like. I wonder if I can get rid of that with the wand. Nope. All right, so I'm going to have to play with this. Yeah, it might not look the greatest on an engrave, just because everything else is kind of, fuzzy, and this is not. But we got what we got. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave that blanket in there because it's going to look funny without it. Try and round that over a little bit maybe. So this, if you've ever heard me in my other videos say, my little dog going upstairs, this is the one. This is Taco. I was telling you, she has a fan club, and she really does. I take her to the bank with me, and she loves those women there. There's a few guys in there, but the tellers there are all women, and she loves them. I mean, she goes running, and it's like, my friends. And then, like I said, we take her to a couple of different restaurants. There's a Mexican place down the road from us, and it was funny when we took her in there the first time. We've been going there for years, kind of know the owner a little bit, know some of the waiters, and the owner came out and he said, "What's your name?" I said, "Taco." And one of the waiters there, he said, "Soft or crunchy?" And I told him it depended on the day. Taco she'll let you know what her mood is. So I think we about got this thing. I don't know, right there, we're going to have a little bit of an issue with the way that looks because it's squared off. So, I said earlier, if there wasn't going to be anything new, and I suppose there's really not, but I think I'm going to try and mask this and get that fixed. So I need to get a little smaller, so don't need that small. Get in there and get that little piece out. So if you've got any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer anything I possibly can for you, whether it's about editing photos or anything else to do with a laser. I mean, I'm happy to share anything with you. Whether it's about the software, about editing, about the laser itself, I'll answer anything I possibly can. So there you go. We've got that cleaned up. I think that looks good, other than I do not like that edge. So what I will do with that, let me see. I think I'll just do a circle, and I'm going I kind of wanted an oval rather than a circle, so I'm going to pull this out until I get it where I want it. Oh, that might be good. Yeah, I think I kind of like that. What do you think? Maybe just a little bit tighter. That kind of gets all that stuff out of there. I think I like that. So now let's grab this, both of those, do the mask. That's the other thing. If you're ever on here when this screen gets smaller, this is more my tutorial video of xTool, but these 3 dots, just click on those and you've got whatever else that you're missing. So mask, done, close that, and there we go. That's an edited image. It's ready to go. You could do the same invert and everything on the other, that I did on the other, and just give it a try. A lot of times though, if I'm doing wood, basswood, I don't do the invert. I definitely do that on glass, but that's just something you got to kind of figure out the material. I'm also going to do a whole tutorial on xTool Studio software, so take a look at that. I think that's going to be scheduled for next week, or maybe next week. I don't know, a couple days or next week. It'll be soon. So that's it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope I've helped you some. Again, as always, I guess I shouldn't say again, but if there's anybody you think this might be able to help, please share it with them. If you've got some value out of it, please give me a thumbs up or even subscribe to the channel. I'd love that. And again, if you've got any questions at all, leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to share anything I can and help you however I can. So that's it. Talk to you soon. Have a great weekend, or I don't even know what day this is going to show up. So have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.